We're back. You just saw a shitty house, so
That's not good.
yeah, I guess not. Okay, so the last question I asked you was there anything different about
Yep.
the
The first time.
first time that y'all were in a hospital situation? And so for y'all that don't know, I had brain surgery on when I turned 13. It was on Friday 13th, February 2009.
Was it Friday the 13th?
Yeah, it was the day after I turned. It was like sometime after I turned 13 too. So that's why I don't. That 13 is like a number. I don't believe in bad luck anymore. So all that. So I used to have migraines. I had an endoscopic third ventriculostomy, which basically just means that I had a fluid buildup in the third ventricle, and they had to poke a hole in the membrane to drain all the fluid out.
Even the balance, the
complete
pressure.
Success. I hadn't had a migraine since. I haven't had barely a headache unless I'm hungover or something like that.
Your left side of your face was also like
droopy. Really?
Yeah. Like if you look at some of your pictures before that, you
Oh,
had a lopsided smile.
I didn't think that. That was just because I was self-conscious.
And your eye drooped a little bit.
Really?
To the side, yeah.
I thought that was just because I was self-conscious about my smile.
Well, maybe you're self-conscious for your smile because it was doing that.
Oh.
Right? I don't know if the chicken came first or the egg.
I mean, I just
Chicken
figured
or the
I did that on purpose. Like I just did that, you know.
No.
Well, now I smile regular, so
Yeah.
that's a good thing. So so for my Tourette's, how long was I twitching until they gave me Klonopin? I know y'all said like that. I was twitching. Like every time that I woke up, pretty much. But so Klonopin is like my pretty much one of my. I guess it's like my really big like savior drug.
Right, or at least you believe so.
Yeah, and I guess they couldn't give it to me back when I was a kid because, so I remember my Arizona doctor asking me about it, and we had just tried so many things at that time that we were just like, no, we're just gonna stick with what we know.
Mm-hmm.
So and plus we'd already tried clonidine, which didn't really work that well. So we were like, no, Klonopin sounds like too much like clonidine, so we're not gonna even try that. And so when I was just a kid, so I only weighed like 90 pounds at most. So that it was a really hard thing to regulate at that time, I guess. So, but now that I'm 28 or 30, started really bad again when I was 28. Before that, I was kind of self-medicating, alcohol and other shit, But so I tried anything to make it go away. And now that I've got insurance and stuff, and I've got like medical help, Klonopin is kind of the one thing that helps me keep my Tourette's at bay.
So it's interesting. I wonder a little bit because your ticks were getting bad. Mm-hmm. Again, kind of depending on how much sedation they put you, and they were sedating you heavily. Yeah. Your IV had a drip of something that was sedation. Uh-huh. And then they were also giving you
oral pills.
Valium.
Oh, Valium is okay, but it doesn't necessarily work that well.
Yeah. So anyway, you had a whole cocktail.
Ativan is also really good because it's kind of like Klonopin.
Was there also giving Ativan? No.
Ativan helps. So that's another drug.
So your ticks were kind of ebbing and flowing because they were sedating you and then other things, right?
So they always try sedation, but it doesn't necessarily work that well.
So, so every time you kept saying, "Can I get my Klonopin?" Right? Mm-hmm. And the Haldol. Haldol?
No, he only asked for the Klonopin.
Klonopin. But it was a little bit like I was like, dang, this kid sounds like a drug addict.
Yeah.
Right? Like
you're at that point, I probably
where's my Klonopin?
I probably fucking was because that's how reliant I was on it and how reliant I am on it.
Right.
Really.
But so you asked like, how long was it before they gave you your Klonopin? How much do you have your ticks and stuff, right? Yeah. So just the other day, you mentioned how your aunt gave you chocolate shake.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And what would happen before you got your chocolate shake? Or
I would have anticipation anxiety.
Yeah, what was
and I would start bouncing off the walls.
Yeah, what? You had
anticipation anxiety.
And so is it possible that you had anticipation anxiety?
Yes, definitely. Yes.
With the Klonopin,
Every
right?
time, yes.
Because you were getting irritable.
Yes.
Where's my Klonopin? And then like, no, we can't give it to you for X, Y, and Z, right?
Definitely. Every time.
And then you kind of like, you back off like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then it seemed like maybe half an hour later, you either forgot what they told you or you didn't give a shit about what they told you.
I'd say, what the fuck is my Klonopin?
You start ticking, right?
What the fuck is my Klonopin?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know if was it truly the tics and then the Klonopin like relieved it?
Yeah.
Or was it the anticipation anxiety and then you get it, so now you got your, right?
Well, yeah, half of it, but also when you saw that, right? When I got it, boom, nowhere, right? Nothing to be found.
Yeah, because your
no, because
your anticipation anxiety.
No, not just
right?
because of that.
Like maybe
all anxiety was,
right. So I wondered if, and I didn't want to chance it, right? Because obviously we're in the situation, and but I almost wanted to give you just like a sugar pill, right? The anticipation anxiety would have reduced.
I mean, yeah, but
and if that was driving your tics,
but then I would have gone right back to being like that again.
Maybe. But I also believe that your ability to sleep has a lot to do with your Tourette's, right?
Definitely.
If you can get sleep, then your mood is better,
definitely,
and then your anxiety and your
so maybe my anticipation anxiety, if you give me a placebo, maybe
then you sleep, and then you wake up and whatever.
Yeah,
especially at the time because we were chasing. Everything was chasing the other, right?
Yeah.
We need you to sleep, so we had to medicate you.
Yeah.
Right? But then when you woke up after that medication, that sedation, whatever it was, you were bad. You were mean. Yeah. And again, was it part of the dimension? Was it part of just the, like, you're kind of not in your own mind? Yeah. When you would come out of the medication, you were nasty. You were an asshole. Yeah. Right? And then, because we couldn't give you more, because it wasn't the time, you basically had to like work through that energy, right? So your tics are high, your like tension is high, and then after an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours of that, you fall asleep. Yeah, not sedated sleep, exhaustion sleep, right? And then you wake up and you're a normal dude. Yeah, right. And then a couple of hour, and I can like your pain's starting to come up, and we don't want to give you. What were they giving for the pain? Morphine. Like So we're trying to really like step away from that. Yeah. But after a little while, it's hurting too much. Yeah. Like I'm a pain.
I can still feel. I can kind of feel it right now. Just talking about it.
10 out of 10, right? Yeah. So then they give you, and you're like Klonopin. So whatever it was, they gave you something. Okay, pain's gone away, or Klonopin, and then you fall asleep, and then you wake up, and guess what? You're an asshole again because the sleep was forced sleep.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't like healthy sleep.
Right. Yeah. So we were purposely trying to wean you off, and if Klonopin was the one thing, then Klonopin was the least of all the evils compared to oxycodone, morphine, Valium, and all that, right? Yeah. But I still I'm not 100% convinced that Klonopin is all.
Well, look,
maybe
if you give me 4 or 5 milligrams of it today, I bet you it would fucking make me calm. Like no Tourette's whatsoever.
Maybe.
So,
but then would you be sleeping the whole time?
No, I wouldn't.
No,
not at all.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing is that so it calms me down enough to sleep, but it doesn't make me sedated.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting.
That's different. I didn't know you thought that about how he was asking for Klonopin. Like it did seem like he was some kind of junkie. Yeah. Asking for the Klonopin, but by that point he had already been off the Klonopin for like a month because they wouldn't give it to him.
Oh no. Yeah. Well, it had been like a week or two, maybe.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a long fucking time.
3 weeks before he actually got.
That's a long fucking time.
Right.
Yeah.
Like 3
but
weeks.
that's also like what my understanding, I could be wrong, right? But my understanding is that they were trying to reduce your Klonopin, so you were starting to self-medicate with the Haldol.
Well, no,
so
I just couldn't get it because I couldn't see my doctor.
Couldn't get it, right? Yeah. Couldn't get the Klonopin.
So
you started self-medicating with
taking 7 milligrams of Haldol,
right,
as opposed to 1 milligram.
And that caused
seizure or like whatever.
Right. So you had whatever was going on, the necro, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Then you also had a whole.
So I was taking 100 milligrams of trazodone, or like 300 milligrams of trazodone a day, and like 200 milligrams of Benadryl a day.
Yeah.
Plus 7 milligrams of Haldol. Yeah. So I was trying to get to sleep.
Right.
But so I was seeing shit, and I couldn't use my legs because of all the Benadryl I was taking.
Well, but interesting, right? Because in your mind, you're saying I couldn't feel my legs because of all the
I couldn't
Benadryl.
Use them. I could feel them.
Yeah, couldn't use them, right? But also, right at that time,
I was probably having a seizure.
You were septic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And your bowel blockage, right?
Yeah.
You were probably seizing your legs.
Yeah.
Because your body's trying to preserve you from dying.
Yeah, and I was only eating salt shit. So I was only eating like ramen. And I wasn't eating anything for like 3 fucking days.
Right.
Except for that and like hot dogs maybe.
So like when we asked the doctor, like, hey, like what was the cause of the intestine thing? Or what was the cause of the sepsis and the brain fever or whatever, right? And they're like,
we don't fucking know.
There's too many things going on that all could have been.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But they pointed to that they don't believe it was the medication because he would have had to take a lot more than that. That was the consensus.
Yeah.
That it wasn't the medication that caused
I don't know. I mean, some of the doctors said that, but the other doctors didn't. Yeah. But for sure, what the doctor was saying was that whatever was going on in your stomach wasn't
like years and years of like neglect or whatever. Something I don't know. And so I think my guess is it's like from all the dyes and stuff in the Four Locos I was drinking for years. Like Four Loko was like, so it was banned in the USA for having caffeine. So it's an alcoholic drink. It's 14% alcohol. It's like a big can. It's like a tall boy, right? And so it's 14% alcohol. I was drinking it daily, like at least 2 or 3 daily. And so it's got a bunch of dyes in it. It's got like I was drinking green apple or grape or whatever. Yeah. It's got a bunch of dyes in it, and so it's banned in the USA for having caffeine. It killed kids because it had so high caffeine content. So kids were drinking it and not passing out, getting alcohol poisoning.
Right.
So it was banned in the USA for a second, but then they brought it back, took the caffeine away. But so I was drinking that for like a year or 2 straight.
Yeah.
So I feel like the dyes and stuff added to that.
But it's funny you point to the dyes, right? But
not just the alcohol.
I point to the alcohol.
Well, sure.
So in my family, I only know one other person who had necrotic bowel syndrome, or whatever, necrotic, where he had to have a tubal, whatever, with he actually had a colostomy bag. And guess what? The 2 things in common you guys have:
alcoholism. Yeah. Well, so I guess so, but so they're saying in 10, 12 years of whatever. I don't think it was 10 years of alcoholism. I think it was like 5 years. Maybe. I mean, I guess.
And a combination, right?
Of like not eating well and this is, cocaine or
and
whatever.
And this is how, to me, the Tourette's, right? Because this...
that's basically what I was doing.
Because
I was medicating for Tourette's.
Right. And also, because your Tourette's, you lived a different lifestyle than, I would say,
normal person.
Normal, right?
Yeah.
Because... Look, your Tourette's dominates your life, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
compulsive
clear.
Action,
right?
Impulsive action, plus,
and it's such a big thing in your character,
your
life, right? So now I could only imagine I need to work, right?
Yeah,
because I got to pay bills, right?
And I have to get drunk before fucking work.
So then, how do I hold a job?
Exactly,
right? So then I can't pay my bills. Right, so then you're in and out. You're basically couch hopping, right? Because you can't pay your bills, you can't pay your rent, you get kicked out of whatever living arrangement. Now you gotta stay with friends.
I didn't get kicked out of that place for like a year or 2 because she was just nice. I guess I don't.
Yeah.
But But still, I did couch hop for a second.
Yep. And then, because you can't keep a job, you're not insured.
Yeah.
So if you're not insured,
I don't have any
access to health care goes through the window.
Done. Yeah.
So then
and then on top of that, I don't have the patience to apply for that.
Right. And then when you do have medicine, you're probably like, oh shit, I got medicine. I want
I take all of it right now.
Right. And then you run out, so then you're stuck self-medicating. And then if you're self-medicating, it's hard to keep a job.
Yeah.
Right? And then if you're over-medicating, then even your most like accepting friends are like, fuck, that's too much. Yeah. So out you go to another place. So cycle, right?
Yep.
Now, years of that, well, if you don't have good access to healthcare, you probably don't have good access to good nutrition. Mm-hmm. You're eating garbage. We already talked about ramen and whatever else and locos and whatever, right? So now when we talk about the alcohol, the drugs, the poor nutrition, the poor health care, access to health care.
Yeah. Plus, I should have got a colonoscopy when I turned 30 anyways.
A lot of stuff, right?
Like, whatever.
So then, like, in retrospect, it's like, well, I guess it's not surprising.
Yeah, that I had necrotic bowels.
Yeah.
But so it is surprising how long I had them for.
Yeah. Right. And then a little bit frustrating because, like, maybe that necrosis was showing symptoms before, right?
I mean, I had diarrhea for a while.
But because you didn't have access to good health care, then they're not going to do a whole physical assessment. Yeah. But also because you lived mostly temporary in places, the people that might have observed that, right? Me and your mom, let's say, well, we don't live with you, so we couldn't be like, hey, Junior.
Yeah, you look kind of bad.
Yeah, because the only thing I kind of remember is that time you did come and stay with us for a little while in Raleigh. We were all still in Raleigh, right? But you were off on your own, and then you came a couple weekends or whatever, and you're like, oh, my stomach, right?
Yeah.
And we're like, fuck, Junior, it's because you ate garbage, right?
Yeah.
So we had to take you to the hospital. And if you remember, it was the Duke University. It was like a 40-minute drive.
It was.
Right? So here I am driving you.
They gave me a Jack cocktail.
Well, they told you had gas, and they sent you home.
No, they told me I got food poisoning.
Oh, well, that was... Right. So we had to take you twice.
Oh.
Once, I think when Mom took you, they told you had food poisoning, right? So, of course, I'm fucking pissed because stop eating garbage. Like, have some self-control. It's obviously been sitting on the counter for all day.
Well, no, it was sitting in the car.
Right.
For 2 hours when I went to go watch Deadpool.
So that was when Mom took you. Okay. And then maybe like the next weekend, I had to take you. And they basically said, oh, you have gas. They give you like Pepsid AC.
Oh, really?
Right? So, and then sent you home. And I'm like pissed because fuck, you're all like, like you're such a fucking whiner. Look, it was just gas. All you had to do was fart and you'd be fine. But now, I'm wondering if that, like, if we would have been more forceful, like, no, like,
something's wrong.
You need to look, do a colonoscopy. Like, could that have been the start of
all
the
that?
Necrotic bowels?
Maybe, yeah. Who knows?
Because you had, like you said, chronic diarrhea.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, that wasn't until I started dating Michelle, I think. And I think that's when it got like really bad.
Yeah.
Like because I was so bad with my Tourette's that I was like just trying to I would wake up and I would have a beer right next to me. I would drink it, and I would have to chug it because I would wake up just like fucking all anxiety and just off the walls. So,
and that's a little why now, like I know you and your mom seem to be constantly talking about alcohol, or like I express sometimes like, hey, slow down, because we don't want you to fall into that routine again. Yeah, right.
Which I mean, I'm already not because it's already 1 o'clock.
Yeah, but that's good. So don't. Right now that we mentioned it, don't. But like yesterday, you had a lot more beers than I thought.
Yeah, definitely. But that was different though.
I had 0.
Well, yeah, but that's weird.
The day before I drank, right? But then yesterday, I like.
Well,
had a different focus.
Dad, you're a different breed, okay? So, okay,
I'm a good breed.
To your knowledge, was was I this bad the last time I was hospitalized, or was my Tourette's like that? Like when I woke up and when I was like when I came to, was I as bad like with the Tourette's as like with the brain surgery?
Oh, so the brain surgery? No, I mean,
I feel
your Tourette's wasn't
that bad.
Yeah, no.
Like I was pretty much like fine. Like I think that's just because of the doctors were there and also other people were there.
Yeah, like
I think the most we had to worry about was the other kid crying about freaking
I don't even
getting a shot or whatever.
Yeah, but also like you weren't in the hospital that long.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was
a week.
Yeah, maybe.
Right.
I don't think I had to regain like I didn't have to like relearn how to walk at all. No. I definitely had to like take steps.
Yeah. But you wanted to be back on your skateboard. We had to like no, you have to at least wait until that thing isn't soft anymore.
Yeah, and I remember trying to play basketball and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna let me go back inside.
Yeah, you're getting dizzy a little bit. Yeah.
So
I think the difference for this time, so back then, you didn't have as much frustration in you, right? Like
years of
so you were more right. So you're more willing to just kind of roll with it. You had a more pleasant demeanor.
Yeah.
And we were only in the hospital for like a week.
Yeah. Okay.
Here, at this one, you've already got this like pent up anger.
Yeah.
And then, like you mentioned, right, this anticipation anxiety. Mm-hmm. And then now you're cooped up.
Yeah.
On this,
like I'm in jail.
Worse than jail. Yeah. Right? Because your jail's like this big, bedside, right? Yeah. The bed.
Yeah.
So then I think all of that, you just went through the roof. Your tics were bad.
Yeah. And did my size make things more difficult?
Yes.
Yeah. Like
how he's a man now.
Oh yeah.
Like now I shake the whole fucking bed. You know? Like
yeah, for sure.
Like and now you can't really hold me like you could have.
Although you were weak, your mom was able to hold you. Oh. You were like a baby deer.
Really?
Like yeah, like you weren't hard to hold.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. I guess I'm not Superman then.
No.
It was a little hard to hold. I've been working out.
Yeah, your mom's been working out.
Whatever, Mom.
But you're a little mistaken about his previous tics when he was in the hospital for their ventriculostomy. He still had what I would call his normal tics, which are bad.
Yeah, but not
bad, but they weren't like damaging. He wasn't hitting his head or whatever.
Yeah.
It was you have constantly moved since you were 5.
Yeah.
There is no time that you're in any kind of like restful, what should be restful position that you're not moving, that you're not banging, that you're not kicking.
Yeah, like even like this right now is restful compared to other things we've experienced, lived with you.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like other than like just doing this and like whatever,
but he asked like compared, right? So to me, comparatively, like night and day.
It was definitely worse.
Yeah,
like this next time than the time before.
Yeah,
because I remember like being embarrassed to have Tourette's, so I would control it more.
Right.
You know, like when I was in front of the doctors, like they would ask me to walk, and I wouldn't have any threats at all.
Yeah.
But now they ask me to walk, and I fucking
just do it.
Yeah, do it. You know.
Yeah.
So. And Mom said that the family was making things worse. Was that true at all? Like
making things worse for you?
For anyone.
Like we're talking about this time.
Yeah.
Right? So I think the challenge was that like if you didn't know how serious it was, right? Okay, well you're just in the hospital and you're recovering. So and because they hadn't seen your mom for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's fine. Let's go out for dinner.
Oh, okay.
Right? well, no, my son just almost fucking died. Yeah. And he's still not well. Yeah. Right? Because they would see, most of the time when they came to visit you, you were still essentially sedated, right? So, okay, he's not bad. They didn't see you the other times, right? Or we would tell them, hey, it's not good right now, don't come, right? So the only time they think you're kind of fine, they haven't seen your mom in a while, well, hey, let's go out for dinner. Or they'd call from dinner and be like, ha ha ha, hey Stacy, guess what? And your mom's like, yeah, I'm not visiting. I'm here to tend to my not well son. Yeah. Okay. And we're tired. We're living. All the things. We're basically living in a hotel. Yeah. And remember, even before that, your mom hadn't been home for months. Yeah. Because she was off taking care of David, then off helping Joseph.
So that was probably the first time she saw you in a minute too. Yeah.
Yeah. We've been kind of living out of a suitcase for quite some time. So just mentally, emotionally, physically tired. Yeah. And then the other people, right? Family, whatever. Like, hey, let's go do this fun thing. Yeah.
Not the time for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's really all the questions I have, other than like, I heard Daniel and Nick came drunk.
I think they did.
And my mom was like, "Get out of here! What are you guys doing?"
Yeah. They came. What was cool though is that all of your family there came more than once. Yeah. Right. Even Carlito and
his girlfriend
and Kira. Oh, okay. Wasn't one of their girlfriend? No. Daniel's girlfriend. Oh yeah. Like, so that was cool, right? They came more than once. Yeah. And even though you're like non-coherent. Yeah. Right. So how awkward is that?
Yeah. Just coming to see you. Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
But they came more than once. Okay. Right. So that's what family's about, right? Yeah. So that's pretty awesome. Your Aunt Maria, brought a little gift bag for you, like the phone, right? I don't know if that's
I didn't even know. She just told me that she got me this.
So Maria brought that. Maria brought some stuff, little things for your mom, a little book, some coffee.
She brought me clothes because I didn't have
clothes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Even some snacks. So like.
Oh yeah, like the little cookies,
the trail mix and the cookies and stuff. Which I actually was the one that ate the crap out of those, because as I'm in between, I'm trying to go to work, right? Because we were there for way longer than we thought. So I ended up calling in and telling my work, hey, I need to stay here, but I can't burn a bunch of leave. Yeah. So I would go into the Jacksonville headquarters office and work, and then come. And so I was on the road a lot, right? Yeah. I'm going to the Airbnb, coming to the hospital to meet with mom early in the morning, then to work, then to lunch, to back to the hospital, then maybe back to work, or maybe back to the Airbnb to do more work, and then trying to pick up dinner. So like I would be like a little bit hungry by the time I got home in the evening. Yeah. So that trail mix or the cookies, I actually was the end of ate all that stuff instead of your mom.
That's funny.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
You asked me like, what's the difference between the first one, the brain surgery, and this one? So, what about you? What do you think?
Really, just the fact that I knew what I was getting into going into the brain surgery. Like this time, I didn't know what was going on. Like I woke up and you guys were there, and then they told me that I was gonna die, and that's when I was like, "Oh shit, what? I was gonna die?" Yeah. And then I woke up and my stomach was in staples. Yeah. And then I woke up again and it was open,
like a meat cat.
Yeah, it was like just a bag of meat right here, So that was the difference. Horrible. And I kept coming in and out of dream world. Yeah. That was the difference to me. Yeah. Is the fact that I remember coming in and out when I was 13. But that was just a little different because I woke up peacefully, and I remember you like talking to me, and I just felt like I'd taken a really big nap, and then and then finally, and I remember like not. I remember y'all saying that that made David faint or whatever, but I still don't remember a lot, But I remember being like, hey, I don't want to forget y'all, so can y'all make sure that like I don't forget y'all, I remember like being ready to go into the surgery. That's the only main difference that I have between these two is the fact that I had no clue what I was getting into. Yeah. Going to the hospital this time. Yeah. I just remember them picking me up, putting me in the car, and then picking me up and putting me in a wheelchair. Yeah. And then after that, I fell asleep and I was gone. Yeah. And I woke up again and again and again. And this certain times I was in jeans, certain times I was in a scrub, certain times I was in jeans, and certain times I had this shit in my nose. Yeah. Yeah. So it was like dream world and then non-dream world and then dream world and then non-dream world. So there was like, it was like a week or two of me not being like there.
So when do you so like I said, when I first got there, it seemed like you recognized me. It seemed like you were trying to put two and two together. But then after that, like it was obvious that you knew who I was. Yeah. You'd call me Dad, because sometimes I'd go in there, and then like you could tell you were sedated. Yeah. But then other times I come in, so I asked you specifically, like, hey, and you'd tell me, hey. I said, do you know who I am? You're like, Dad, right? Yeah. Like, no doubt you knew who I was. Yeah. And like I said, we'd have conversations, whatever. Thanks, Dad. Yeah, no, thanks, Dad. Like, you were showing, like, true appreciation. Yeah. And then other times, like, you're being an asshole, right?
Why are you guys here every day?
Like, yeah. Yeah. Why are you here? Yeah. No, really, why are you here? That, yeah. Right? But you still knew who I was. Yeah. Right? So when for you did you like, because that, like you said, a jumble of like dream or whatever. Yeah. When were you like crystal coherent? Like, okay, here's where I am.
So after they gave me the Klonopin, and after they stopped sedating me, that's when I became like, okay, I'm back. Yeah. Like,
so, and that was when we went downstairs?
Yeah. Yeah. I think so, because I remember waking up one time and like being right next to Mom, and I was like, why is she always next to me? Why you have like whatever the hell they call it syndrome, Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, no.
You're trying to keep me sick.
Yeah, you called it Stockholm syndrome, but it's Munchausen and whatever, right?
Yeah. I was like, you're trying to keep me sick.
And when I corrected you, you were an asshole about it.
Yeah.
I know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're saying.
We told you that you might have brain damage, which you might have had, right? Because you had extreme fever. They're sedating you in and out,
and
right?
I had double vision.
Right. And you were slurring your words and stuff. So everyone was concerned that you might have had brain damage. Yeah. You got so mad at your mom.
Oh yeah.
Because you thought she was calling you retarded.
Oh yeah. Or I do remember that. Yeah.
You got, like, so mad. I'm like, son, you might have brain damage. We need to assess to see if there's damage to your brain. That's not what I said. That's what I said. What? I'm not retarded. Right. We have to assess if there's damage.
I do remember that, yeah.
You got so mad.
I was fucking pissed off. I was like, I don't have fucking brain damage. Fuck you. I was like, I don't have fucking brain damage.
But you might have had damage to your brain.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So I do not recall that diagnosis at all. Yeah. So I was really pissed off. Because I was like, what do you mean brain damage? What the hell are you talking about?
Your dad, well, I hope you edit this. Your dad wasn't there for the non-recognition part. It was jarring to me to walk in. Sorry. It was when they woke you up and you looked at me and you said, do you know who that is? And you shook your head. And I was like, I'm okay with you not knowing who Grandma is and not knowing who your aunt is, but you did not recognize me, and that scared me. Yeah. That scared me. I was like, oh my God, can he see? But I could see that you were looking at me, and you shook your head. And it wasn't until a day later, that when they finally woke you up, you saw me, and you said, they said, "Who is that?" And you said, "My mom." But you said it in a surprise, "My mom." And they said, "Yes, she's here to see you." And you went like that. Like you just straight like you were a baby. And I just came to hold you, and it was very scary. Like you hadn't done something like that since you were like scared and little.
Yeah, it does sound pretty scary.
Yeah.
She said I went like that. For those that didn't see.
Like a little baby. Yeah.
Well, apparently I needed a hug, so. Well, I guess that concludes
good time to end
our retard session. Brain damage. I guess I have
still might be brain damage.
I have brain damage.
You still haven't made that test yet.
I don't have double vision anymore because I would be like this, and and if I did one like that, I'd see two. There would be like two of me, but now I can do those both, and I'm fine. So.